We're going to start our lesson on volleyball skills. It'll be focused on passing, serving, court positioning. One thing we'll go over the basic techniques. I'll demonstrate how you'll pass, how you'll bump, how you'll serve. We'll go over the basics like that. I'll split y'all into groups. When I split y'all into groups, we'll split based off of the Kahoot quiz that we did yesterday. I think I had 10 of y'all do the Kahoot quiz. We went over that. We'll watch a short YouTube tutorial video on proper form. And then if anybody has any questions about that, we'll go over that once the lesson starts. One thing I do want to go over with y'all is technology safety. We'll be using tablets and Chromebooks for our lesson. So make sure when we're doing the videos and stuff, it will be all video in your ears. So make sure you're using the Chromebooks and stuff, like you're giving positive feedback. I don't need anybody looking at somebody and saying that looks terrible, or, you know, just be respectful, be constructive, don't be destructive toward whatever somebody's doing. A lot of people probably don't have a whole lot of experience with volleyball. Raise your hand if you've ever played volleyball. Raise it high. Okay, so like I said, you don't have a whole lot of experience. I know a lot of y'all probably have watched volleyball and kind of understand the insides and outs of the games, but just be mindful when we do go through this lesson that this is a first time experience for a lot of people. So just be patient. Also, when you're using the tablets and the Chromebooks, don't give out your personal information. Don't have your friend log in on the Chromebook for you. Don't give them your password or anything like that when you log in. Nobody needs to give out their personal information, or like an address or a phone number or anything like that. The legal use of technology, online videos and resources that we use are copyright, so whatever we use is just going to be used solely for what we do in here. And be sure anytime that you do anything like this, like later on, that you have a reference for it, because it's not just coming from you. Like all the stuff that you pull for educational purposes is from somebody else, unless you just make a video on your own. But a lot of the educational stuff that you'll pull and things that we do in here will be pulled from other references. So make sure if y'all ever do this for a class or in the future, make sure you have your own references for that. Ethical use, that just goes back to being respectful. Like face to face, really, if you're holding the Chromebook and we're passing or we're serving or we're doing any kind of drills like that, make sure you're being respectful. Like, the camera's on you, there's sound involved, we're going to be listening to the interaction between y'all. Make sure you're respectful to one another. Like, that's a big, big thing. Like, we want to make it an inclusive environment where everybody feels welcome. We don't want people to be nervous to mess up or have the wrong form, because that can be easily correctable through teaching. So just be very positive with anything that you have to say to them, because you will be providing peer feedback. For this class, not so much, but so you won't be copying each other, because this is in PE. So in the gym, just kind of, if you see someone that has correct form and is doing it right, try to replicate that the best you can. Like if you have some advanced learners that have volleyball experience and have done it before, make sure that you are watching them and trying to replicate what they're doing. For access and equity, make sure everybody will have a tablet for the video. Each station will have a tablet. I'll have y'all split up into groups. I think I already told y'all that, but I'll have you split up in groups. When you're split up into groups, each group will be assigned a Chromebook or tablet, whatever we're using, iPad, phone. May have to use my phone. I know this is cell phone free place, so do, my phone, iPad, Chromebook, anything like that. Make sure that everybody has a chance and opportunity to video each other. That way everybody's getting feedback. Because if somebody can't see what they're doing wrong, a lot of people are visual learners, so if they see it, they can kind of critique and fix what they're doing wrong. If they're just doing it, a lot of times they can't see what they're doing wrong, but if you can show it to them on video, it really makes a difference. So the management plan, all devices must remain on the assigned station that it's with. We're not going to be floating around from station to station. Once I set you with your groups, that's who you're going to be with. I don't need Chromebooks going from one group to another group. Like when you get a device, that is your device for your group. It needs to stay there. Everybody got me on that? Okay. Make sure when you have the device, when you're handling the device, hold it with two hands. This is not like your cell phone or something you've got at home. I've seen many people just like drop Chromebooks and stuff like that. We borrow these from the library, and in this case, I will have my own personal iPad that I'll be bringing, and one of the other coaches will have an iPad that he'll be using. So make sure you use it responsibly, because we're trusting you guys to use it the right way. Like I said, it is your responsibility to use the technology solely for this class activity. So a lot of times in our BE here, we don't use a whole lot of technology. I know a lot of y'all are familiar with using the projector last year when Coach Wayne had y'all doing the workout videos on the projector. So y'all used your book bags and weights. So I know y'all are familiar with looking at the projector screen or whatever and using it, but make sure whatever we use, whatever platform like YouTube or whatever we use, it's used solely for this class activity. I'll make sure of it myself that I use this only for my purpose. It won't be anywhere else. And like I said before, I'll just keep reiterating it. Make sure that you are using the technology properly and make sure you're being respectful to your peers. Now that we've gone over the expectations, we'll go through the YouTube tutorial video and then we'll get started working in our stations.